Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Tuesday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go up to our friends up in Sydney now. And of course, it is exciting to hear that the New South Wales Premier League side of things is finally going to get underway after this season got cut short last season. Of course, for the Central Coast Heart in particular, they'll be hoping to get off to a fantastic start. And, of course, I know they've played some awesome preseason games already. And, of course, we got the two captains from the 23s and the Opens teams to tell us a bit about how it's all gone so far. Thanks, both, for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
I'll get both of you to introduce yourselves and tell us, you might as well tell us which teams you're all captaining.
So my name's Alicia Walsh and I'm captaining the Open side for the 2022 season.
And I'm Kate Love and I'm captaining the under-23s Central Coast Heart for this season.
So how's the pre-season games been so far?
They've been good. It's been good to get a few hit outs. We had one last night against the Panthers, so it was the first time we played 15 minutes quarters. But, yeah, it was good to get out there. And, the preseason games have been really good. We've had a long time without playing, so it's just been nice to get some connections going.
Yeah, that's the same for our team. We've got a lot of new girls, so it's nice to finally get it out in court and try and pull a full 4 quarters together. So that's really good.
Your season got cut short about a similar time our season down here in Melbourne got cut short. So how, I guess, frustrating was that last year to have all of a sudden, your season gone in June and then wait 9 months to finally get back on the court again, or for hopefully when the season gets underway?
Yeah, I think everyone's just itching to get back out there and play some actual games. So for us, it's just been about really building back from the start, and we've been in the gym and doing preseason training since December, which was a lot earlier than some of the other teams. So, yeah, we've been working hard and just, taking into account that we all haven't played in a really long time. So hopefully all that extra training pays off.
Yeah, as Alicia said, it's been a pretty long preseason, but yeah, we're all excited to get back out on court. And for me personally, I didn't play much last season due to injury, so I'm really keen to get out with the girls.
Tell us a bit about your coaches going into this season.
We have Amber Cross again. So she's been the head coach of the Opens team since the beginning. And we love Amber. She's the best of the best, and we wouldn't want any other coach for Central Coast Heart. So at the moment, we have some assistant coaches coming in and out in Kelly and Sam. So they're sort of from Newcastle and they're coming down to help out. But yeah, they're really great and we're always learning new things, even though we've had them around for a while.
Yeah, and we've got Kirsty Fuller as our head coach, who was the assistant coach for the Opens last year. And then Jade Nichols is the assistant coach. So it's really nice to have the two of them working together with us.
Also tell us about your vice captains that are in your respective teams.
Yeah, so I got Maddie Taylor as the vice captain this year. She actually captained the side a couple of years ago when I was off for maternity leave. So she's not new to the role. And yeah, she's great. Her and I are really good friends, and she's one of our best players, I would say. And she's such a rock on the court for us. So it's really good to have her in there as well.
Yeah, and I've got Jacinta Clark. She's been in the program for a few years, so she's got that experience and she's really good with the new girls, just welcoming them in. So it's nice to have her to support and lean on if I need it.
For both of you being captains of the Opens and 23s, how special was that when that got announced, and especially what does it mean to both of you?
Yeah, it was pretty special. We got announced only a couple of weeks ago. It's still pretty new, but yeah, it's always an honour to be awarded that role, and we're voted in by our team, so that makes it even more special. I've previously captained the team, so yeah, I love just getting back out there, and yeah, being voted in again was really great.
This is my first time being captain, so I was pretty stoked when I heard about it. Yeah, it's a nice group of girls to lead into the season. They're also nice and welcoming, and I think it'll just be about working together and not just taking the lead, but lifting everyone up as well. So that'll be good.
Have both of you learned something already this year, being captains in your first pre-season game this season?
Yeah, I think that, we're named captain, but it's all a team effort anyway, and everyone has their own leadership roles out on the court. So, if one of us is sitting on the sidelines, there's always other people to step up, and, we go and flick a coin at the start and say a few words at the end. But I guess our main role is to just support the girls and, let them lead in their own ways and for everyone to just play their role.
Yeah, I think all I've really stood out to do is a bit of a motivational talk at quarter time and the breaks. But yeah, as Alicia said, every girl has a role out there. And in our units, shooter, midi, defense, like everyone has that older, more senior player that they can turn to. So it's really good.
What's the expectations on both your respective teams?
I think we all go out there to win it. I don't think anyone's there to not win. So yeah, I think it's just about doing the basics well and putting out what we've been practicing at training, and then I guess the results will follow if we're able to do that. But yeah, we're all out there to win.
Yeah, expectation. Yeah, especially with the shortened season last year, like everyone's hungry for a win, and it would mean a lot, seeing as I think that's 2 unfinished seasons. So coming away with the win, or just doing a good season and putting our best performance out there is all that matters.
Let's talk a bit about both your netball journey. Where did it all start and why did you choose it?
I don't think I had a choice. My mum chucked me in netball and said, this is the sport you're playing, because she was a netball head. So I think I started playing when I was 5. And yeah, I've been playing ever since, which is a really long time. But yeah, my junior rep days are out at Wild netball courts, and started with Central Coast Heart at its inception 7 years ago. So I've been playing there ever since, played a couple of Sydney North teams, but it was just really great for Central Coast Heart to get a bid into the Premier League. We're the only regional team in the league still, and I guess without Central Coast being in there, I probably wouldn't have travelled to Sydney to play, so I really wouldn't have had the opportunity to play. It's been I think that means that I've been playing for over 20 years. A long time.
Yeah, I think I started at a similar age, maybe 5. But I moved to the Northern Territory for my primary school, so I was there for 6 years. So we played every sport we could just to have something to do. But I think the team environment drew me to netball, and then when we came back down to New South Wales, it's something I really wanted to pursue, and the girls at my school actually roped me into rep. So I was like, oh yeah, this is nice. I'll keep doing this. And then I moved Saturday comp to Newcastle, and then went through rep there. And then, Premier League was something I was interested in. So I trialled there and got in. And yeah, as Alicia said, it's a great opportunity to play in Sydney, because it's where you want to be, playing in Sydney, because that's where all the magic happens. So yeah, Central Coast Heart has really given you the opportunity to go.
What will be some highlights throughout both your netball journeys so far?
Definitely my highlight would be winning the 2018 grand final for the open side for the Central Coast Heart team. So I don't think anything will top that. It was an amazing team, an amazing year. We just had a fairy tale year and a fairy tale ending. So I think that's always going to be, the highlight of my career.
Well, I think for personally myself, getting back from last year's injury, it was pretty big recovery, and just getting on court and having those few games before the season ended, that was pretty big for me. In my netball journey, still short, but I think, hopefully we can make a memory this year by winning.
Alicia, you mentioned about that 2018 premiership success, which is now 4 years ago now. So, number one, have you still got the medal? And how long did you wear the medal when you won it?
Yeah, I definitely still have it somewhere in the house. Well, we did. I think it was a Wednesday night, so we took them off. But then when we went out to celebrate on the weekend, we all wore our medals out to the club. So that was pretty funny. Everyone thought we were idiots, but we were them for a long time. And I think all the girls, there's only a couple left in the team that won that year, but we're all still in touch, and we still talk about it. And Maddie Taylor, our vice captain, actually on our way down to our game last night told me that she went back and watched the game for some inspo. So it definitely still lives on.
Did you get the chance to kiss the Premiership Cup? Obviously, you can do that prior to COVID.
Oh, I think we probably did. There was definitely like got passed around a lot. So yeah, probably got kissed here and there. I don't know if I did, but
You must well give your local junior netball association or club a bit of a shout out.
oh, I'm Mingara Kalani is my local club, and then Wyong Association for my rep club.
Yeah, well, I started in Maitland, so I must give them a shout out introducing me into the rep, but then Newcastle.
Both you still play netball like on the weekend, considering all your games are pretty much midweek?
I definitely don't. I work and I also have a baby now, so there's no time for that. No, I stopped. I stopped playing Saturday netball once I started Premier League because, the training program's pretty intense, and then added I was at uni and now working as well, so no time.
Yeah, I'm still playing Saturday, but that's on restricted minutes and things just to get used to the Premier League training load. And so, it's a bit of fun, I think, Saturday. So
what does the sport of netball mean to both you, and especially playing for Central Coast Heart?
Netball means so much to me. I have so many people all the time saying to me, I don't know how you do it, and I don't know how you fit it in, but I know that it's a part of me, and I think it's really important to keep doing that. And this club means so much. They're family orientated, and just their values and beliefs are so aligned with what you want in a club. And it's just such a good family feel, and everyone gets along and everyone's friends. And we all get along outside of the netball court as well, which I think is so crucial for a successful team. So it means so much to me, and that's why I just keep playing.
Yeah, same here. My life pretty much revolves around netball. You spend that much time with the girls at trainings and games, or even at weekends hanging out together, so you become really close with them, and to play in the same netball team. And some of us carpool as well, so you're pretty much with them all the time. So it's really, as Alicia said, a family environment. And to play netball at such a high level with them, it means a lot.
You must well tell us, what position do both you play on the court? And if you had a preferred position or dream position where you like to convince your coaches to put you, where would that be?
I play mainly wing defense, center if I really need to. I was always a goal defense, but my legs never grew long enough. So if I was a bit taller, I'd probably like goal defense.
I play goal attack and goal shooter, but I was a defender when I first started. So maybe if I got the chance to go back in defense without some of my old skills.
So defenders, I love that. Any future ambitions in the sport of netball for both of you?
I'm pretty happy where I am at the moment. I'm in the later stages of my career. So I think, just playing my role at the heart and, being that leader and that senior player in the nicest way possible. We'll say less senior, but I'm pretty senior compared to some of the girls. So I just want to play the role and I guess build on the legacy that we've already had. So I think if that's my role moving forward and just being a bit of a role model for the younger girls, then I'm really happy with that at the moment.
Yeah, well, I've only this is only my second year in Central Coast Heart, so I'd like to stay with them for a few more years. And also one big goal I have in netball is to make a state team. So at the end of this year, they'll hold the under-19 state trials. So I'll be aiming for those and hoping to get into the team.
Well, hopefully you can get there, Kate. We'll be supporting you on that one. So what have both of you learnt from each other, and have both of you shared any ideas or experiences concerning both your captains of your respective teams?
To be honest, we haven't even really had a chance to talk to each other because the announcement only got made last week, and we usually train together on a Friday night, and we had a pre-season match against Tonga, and the girls trained separately. So, and then last night, we both had our games and we didn't really get a chance to talk. So I'm sure there'll be lots of opportunities through the season and as we go along. But yeah, it's all pretty fresh at the moment, so not particularly.
Yeah.
Alicia, you mentioned about the game against Tonga a moment ago. So how did that all go? And I guess what have you learnt from them?
Yeah, I love playing a different style of netball. So I was really excited to get out there against Tonga. We knew they were going to be big and strong and on the body, and they were, and they gave us a really good run for our money. I think we got a bit of a shock to the system in the first quarter, and we didn't score for like 5 minutes, but we found our feet and we did end up winning the game, which was good. But yeah, it's nice to just play against a different style. I think playing in Australia and in Sydney, it's always that really hard one-on-one fast netball when you play the Pacific teams, they change it up. They're on the body. They're a bit slower than we are. So yeah, it was good to use our brains a little bit.
So what would be your advice to people that should get involved in netball, especially coming down to support the Central Coast Heart?
My advice to people in netball,
yes.
Just keep working hard and training hard. And if you're thinking about going to a trial for a team, or if you're a bit like worried about traveling or something like that, just do it. I think the best thing you can do is just put yourself out there. You never know who's watching. There's always some people on the sidelines. So yeah, and I think also supporting Central Coast Heart or your local club, it's really important. So making sure that you can get to games if you want to, or just raising awareness in your community about your netball. It's really important, especially with a newer franchise like Central Coast Heart.
So let's finish up with a couple light-hearted questions about your teammates there. Firstly, who had the most embarrassing moments so far in the preseason, and what was it?
I don't know that there has been one. As I know that, like, as a team, we always like to record, because our games get recorded. We always record anyone that falls over or does something stupid on the court, and then at the end of the season make a compilation of it. So I think nothing major's happened so far, but I'd say at the end of the season there'll be a few good embarrassing moments.
Yeah, we haven't had time to embarrass ourselves yet, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunities.
So who's the comedian, the best singer, and internet TikToks?
Oh, I don't even know. I think we should all stick to netball. I don't actually know that any of us are good singers in our team. The TikToks, I don't know. I'd say some of the younger girls, maybe Eliza, she might like a TikTok, or Zoe, but I actually have no idea if anyone does TikToks. I feel like I need to know that. I'm too old for that, so I don't know. Maybe there's more TikTokers in your team, Kate.
Oh, I was gonna say my whole team does TikToks. They're all like dancing to the sounds, and I'm like, what?
Wait, you're not into TikTok, Kate?
No, I have no idea what they're going about. So, I think Jacinta is so subtle with her jokes, but she's just always having these little remarks about things, and I just crack up, and sometimes nobody even hears her, but it's still funny.
She's a quiet achiever. I think Kirsty might be the comedian in your team, Kate. Kirsty's got the good jokes. Comedian in my team, geez. I don't know if they're a comedian, but we're always laughing at Sammy Chicken. She's always got something to say, and it's
yes. So, any pre-game superstition or ritual by either of you?
No, I actually don't have any. I like to carpool so that I can talk to people, because if I'm by myself, I get too much into my own head. And I usually eat the same thing before a game, so I'll always have like fruit and yogurt and muesli.
I have a superstition. I always untie and retie my shoelaces before I go on court. And then maybe it just helps me get in the zone. But we have a lot of superstitions in our teams, like girls a bit pedantic about what ankle they tape first, or how they put their socks and shoes on. Or one girl, Jacinta, if she has a bad game, she'll throw out her socks.
Yeah, actually, Maddie Taylor, her dad has superstition. So he has he has something about socks, and he every year gets a new heart shirt, and then he always has a pair of socks as well. So it's technically not in our team, but he has some definite decisions going on.
Any pump-up song on the drive down to Sydney on game days?
I don't think we usually talk too much to listen to music, but we usually listen to the music on the way home. If we've had a win, we'll always pump the music.
Yeah, for me, like I drive down after school, so I put on some relaxing music and have a nap if my mum or dad's driving. But yeah, I know a lot of the girls have their playlists, so might have to share them.
Any good nicknames in the team we should know about?
We actually have 3 Maddies in our team this year. So
no.
So I call one her full name, like first and last name Maddie Wild, and I always just say Maddie Wild, even if we're on the court. And then I call Maddie Mueller just by her last name Mueller. And I love just calling Semi Chicken just because it's fun. So I just call her Chicken. She loves it.
Yeah, I don't think we have any nicknames. I just shorten everyone's name because I can't say their full name while I'm on court. So like Ella, just Elle, or Gemma, Gem, Millie, Mill.
Very
just
original.
If I say something, and that's fun.
Describe your respective teams in a couple words.
I would say fresh, committed, and determined.
I would say hardworking, together, and you stole my fresh. New.
New. You guys are more fresh than us, but
fresher.
We'll finish with this last one then. Now, do either of you have a favourite netballer in the Suncorp Super Netball that you look up to?
I have a few. I love, because I'm a wing defence, so I've got a soft spot for any wing defence, but I love Amy Parmenter for the Giants.
Yes.
Played against her for a lot of years, coming up through Premier League, and yeah, she's just amazing. She's a freak of nature, so I love her, and I do love Paige Hadley too.
Well, I was going to say Sam Pullman, but obviously she's retired. But just having a regional representative in Suncorp, something to look up to.
Well, both of you, thank you so much for giving up your time to join us. Hopefully we'll be coming up to Sydney to watch you play sometime throughout the year, and hopefully all goes well once the season gets underway, which I think it's in a couple of weeks' time. And let's hope you actually get a full season in, and hopefully at the end of the season it's a grand final appearance, and hopefully win it all at the end of it.
Thanks for having us.
No worries, because that's Alicia and Kate there joining us from the of course, Central Coast Heart. Of course, both of them are captains of the Open and 23 teams. Of course, if you want to support the Heart in 2022, we'll put all the details up on their games throughout the season. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.